This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about cleaning up any residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. I suggest you clean that up so you don't carry that baggage over to today. You wonder why you're down and out and feeling heavy and depressed and angry. It's because you made a mess yesterday and you need to clean it up because you're the only one that can do that. And remember, yesterday is gone. We are not promised tomorrow. All we have is today. And I'm going to go over the good, everything that controls us. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere, then you have nothing but excuses, gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgery, and being in a relationship mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, sexually, abusing one another. And you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about prejudice and distractions and what we do to use prejudice to get what we want. It's a form of manipulation. And prejudice really is another form of hatred. Again, it goes back to hatred. You can't love or hate at the same time. And it's really what you were taught, how you're programmed on TV, how you're programmed with your friends. Because a lot of people can't think for themselves. And that's the part of growing up, getting well, getting strong, going on your own and creating your own life, creating your own program, creating your own thoughts, and being true to yourself, really. Prejudice, there's a multitude of different prejudice of different people, how they look, their careers, where they came from, their colors. There's just so many different forms. And I remember years ago, I never forget this movie, The War Room, where the blacks and the whites, when they had to merge the schools. This was just such a beautiful story. I love great movies and great books. I learned so much from real life stories. And they all went into this room to decide whether or not they were going to merge the schools. And the man that was in charge of the Ku Klux Klan, he was in charge, and the woman, the African American woman, she was in charge of her group, and the two of them followed each other, started to communicate, were fighting. They got everybody in the room together. Everybody was bitching and complaining about what they hated about one another, all their injustice. So the African-American woman followed the Ku Klux Klan guy around and saw his life. She assumed, she thought she knew what that white boy was about, and saw that he had a mentally and physically handicapped child, how he had to care for him, love him, how he was hurting with money, how he had the same struggles as she did. She was stunned. Then she started to speak with him because they truly were the same. But again, it's what people tell you, how you're more screwed up, you're more this, you're more that, you think you're holier than thou. Again, the messaging and what we listen to. You need to find out for yourself. And that's the beautiful thing about going into a room, hashing it out, talking about your differences, everybody being able to share, everybody being able to talk, not being shut down. You'd be amazed what you learn about human beings. But here's the thing. You can talk about all your prejudice and all the things you hate and this and that, but if you're not willing to change, you're going nowhere fast. So all it is blah, 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 blah. It's just a bunch of words, and it means shit. You're going nowhere fast. If you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to grow, you're going nowhere fast. And your life is a dead end. And it's just like, just hit the tape recorder. We already know what you're going to say, and it's redundant. You're going nowhere fast. It's a diseased thinking, and people don't want to be around you, and you're going to end up alone for the rest of your life. So today I want you to look at all the things that you think you're prejudiced about, things that you don't like. Those are all the things you don't like about yourself. It always is. It's always self-abuse. It's always self-hatred that we project onto the world around us, to the people around us, to the things we hate about ourselves. So when you're judgmental about yourself and the things that you hate, you look at other people and you see that in them. So when you do that, look at what you see and say, okay, what am I willing to change? Start with one thing at a time. Start changing the negativity. Start changing the things you don't like about yourself. One thing at a time. Do it for 30 days. Then do another thing. You will be amazed, and stay away from anybody that is negative, that doesn't want good for you and beat you down. Walk away. If you're in a relationship in a home, get your own separate room. Do not speak to them. Silence. Silence is powerful. I used a lot of that yesterday. Boy, it is really fantastic. Can't go wrong when you say nothing. They have nothing on you. Okay, balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our attitude all day long. It has to be natural, or else our head gets backed up and we go back into the negative thoughts. Remember, if you have an attitude today, remember, be attitude. Being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. Let go of that control. It's just not worth it. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality with Michael Singer. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in that comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and to learn to embrace change. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder around out of control, it will wreak havoc. Confront the difficult while it's still easy. Accomplish the great tasks by a series of small acts. You must go through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we really call darkness is really the blockage of light. Eventually, you will realize that you cannot actually hurt yourself when you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand at the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when you got uncomfortable. It's okay to get uncomfortable. Break through that wall. Imagine the peace that you could experience if you weren't constantly creating and defending your false self. Okay, I'm going to read a little part from my book. All right, page 77, number 3, second paragraph with Louise L. Hay. Still How to Love Yourself. Don't scare yourself. Stop terrorizing yourself with your thoughts. It's a dreadful way to live. Find a mental image that gives you pleasure and immediately switches your scary thought to a pleasure thought. Your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts can make or break you. Your thoughts can destroy you. Your thoughts can break the body down. Your thoughts can create disease in your body. Your thoughts create cancer. It's really that dysfunctional. That's diseased. It's truly our thinking is the way we're going to have our day. And so when you're bashing and degrading and beating yourself down, would you be that way to your best friend or to someone you love? And remember, you cannot give somebody something that you don't give yourself. That's a lie you tell yourself. So think of something that is so beautiful that makes your heart sing. I always think of my grandchildren. I always smile when I think of them. Or just looking outside and looking at all my husband's plants. He loves to grow plants and flowers. And I think of God. I think of the universe. I think of the sky. I think of how beautiful the world is and how people are and how confused and how people just need proper information, and we need to be more kind and compassionate. And the more we spread that, the better our thoughts become. The more we live it, the more it becomes natural. We don't even have to think about it. And what I'm finding about in my own life, just doing this podcast has empowered me and has really kept my thoughts clean. And I'm very quiet a lot lately, which means there's nothing that I'm bitching about, complaining about, upset about. That's recovery. That's life in harmony. Just doing the next right thing, and everything else just falls into place. But again, it's a program of action. If I didn't do all the disciplines that I do in the morning, by getting out of myself, doing the next right thing, I wouldn't be able to feel this peace and harmony. Remember, freedom is not for free. We have to get into action. We have to be willing to do the work. Okay, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. Do one of these things for 30 days and make it a way of life. Do this for 1 year and you will change your life forever. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. I will do 2 things a day I don't want to do to be successful and to have a successful day. My 2 things are always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, and keeping my food clean, and I am going to have a great day. Remember, we can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. You can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my workshops and my books and my services. Leave your number, lifeinharmonyonline.com. Go over my services. I will call you. And remember, I'm doing my podcast Monday through Friday hit that colorful round button that says out and hit subscribe. Share it with everybody you love and respect. Please start with podcast number 1, number 2, number 3. There's so much information. You're relearning everything that you've learned. And remember, I want you to have a sensational day today. And thank you for listening.